Welcome, welcome, welcome to Whatever, starring you and me and us and we and everybody that might be here. So let's see. And my headset is working. Yes, it's working.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to
And yep,
Whatever.
that's on. Okay, so let me make sure my sound is up and that people can actually hear me. So hang on a second. Can y'all hear me or is my sound down? I got crazy news for you guys. Like crazy news. Like crazy news. So hang on a second. Let me make sure I've got sound on here. So, um, uh, plus, 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 plus. Hopefully that's louder. Trying to figure out the sound here. My sound says it's loud. So, let's see sound output. Nope, that's not it. Sound output. Don't want it on that. Um, so that's on that. Okay. So anyway, there was a 6.1 earthquake in Honshu, Japan today. See that camera? So, yes, I did capture a picture of it. We're going to see if there's any news for it. So, there was a 6.1. To pull it up, 6.1, it was 42 kilometers west of Waikui, Japan, population 24,500. So I am sure that they did feel that. So I am going to pull up Google Earth here and I'm going to turn off Earthquake 3D because I put that up there just as a placeholder. Sorry. So let's turn that off because that's like annoying. Okay, so let's go over here, Earthquake 3D. We're going to pull up Honshu. It's West Coast Honshu, Japan. And I'm going to stick this into Google Earth. And when I said this is a whatever live stream, it is a whatever live stream. I just got home from having an ultrasound done, and I'm doing this video. I got home after getting a ride home. Let's put it that way, and I'll explain why in a few minutes. Okay, so this was where the earthquake struck. This is Oki Ridge over back here. This is Fukushima over here. Niigata is here. And this is where the earthquake struck here. So let me look up information for the 6.1 earthquake. So, um, it hit around Noto Peninsula at this morning. So the UAE Seismological Network recorded a 6.1 magnitude earthquake in Japan on Tuesday. The tremor was detected at 5:47 um, p.m. UAE time. So I'm looking at that. Meteorological Mediterranean Seismological Center has also recorded magnitude 6.2 earthquake near the west coast of Honshu, Japan. The earthquake was at a depth of 5 miles. No tsunami was issued, Japanese public broadcaster NHK reported. So that is coming out of one article that has a report. Um, Another one reports that a 6.1 earthquake occurred near the Noto Peninsula at around 2247 November 26. The epicenter was 34 miles north-northwest of Kanazawa, Ika, Ishikawa Prefecture. The tremor occurred at a depth of around 10 kilometers or 6 miles. The strong to moderate shaking was probably in the Noto Peninsula or other areas close to the epicenter, as well as moderate to light shaking across western areas of Honshu Island. There has been no initial reports of damage or casualties as a result of earthquake. Some minor to moderate damage is possible in areas close to the epicenter. It could take several hours until authorities can conduct comprehensive damage assessments, especially in remote areas. Moderate aftershocks are likely over the coming days. The Japanese Meteorological Agency has issued warnings advising that slight sea level changes are possible from Noto Peninsula westward along the Sea of Japan's coast. Officials may temporarily shut down transport infrastructure in the tremor zone to check for damage. Minor disruptions could occur during shutdowns, but service will likely resume quickly if no damage is found. Utility outages are possible, particularly near the earthquake's epicenter. So this was the area where this earthquake occurred. Okay, so that's what we've got so far for that earthquake. And I am sharing this because I am live and um, just letting people know that I am live right now, just in case nobody knows that I am live. So, anyway, just so you guys know, I went and had my ultrasound done this morning. They did an ultrasound of my liver, my spleen, my kidneys, my stomach, and my pancreas. My pancreas is swollen. So I guess that's better than knowing that I got a liver issue. But my pancreas is swollen, and that tells me that I probably gone back to the days of when I had pancreatitis. But on the way there, and as y'all know, I was so happy because I had just, thanks to someone, finished paying off the big bill on my car. Well, on the way there, I got to the light and my car overheated. Well, that really sent me for a loop. I managed to get into a parking lot and got my car to cool off. Then finally made it to my doctor's office, called Black's Tire, told them that my car overheated. Well, I checked radiator fluid. Radiator fluid was fine. Couldn't figure out why it was overheating. Um, After I left, I had to stop at every single light, turn the car off at every single light, all the way to Black's Tire. Now the car's at Black's Tire and they gave me a ride home. So they are looking at it and it is under warranty, but I'm hoping that it is not something else because he said it might be that the computer isn't telling the fans when to run correctly. So the car is in the shop. So I am just, my mood has gone from sky level to floor level. And this is not the right time to be having a car in the shop, nor do I want to start all over again. So if y'all want to know what frustrated feels like, frustrated is me going up into the air and back down to the floor. But hey, you know what? I'll be okay. I just, I am so frustrated. But anyways, how about you guys? How are y'all doing? I am sitting here and I am feeling better today. They gave me 8 medicines yesterday. 8. I'm on 2 different antibiotics and three medicines for my stomach. I woke up this morning, even though I didn't feel really good yesterday. I kind of slept off and on last night, and I feel a little bit better today. That ultrasound didn't feel too great though. They were like poking and prodding me with that thing. But yeah. So, anyways, if you missed the beginning of the update, I just went over the Japan earthquake which occurred. And let's see what other news that we have that we can go over. There is so much going on in the world right now. Um, it looks as though there is going to be a peace agreement between, well, not a peace agreement, but a potential truce agreement or ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. So um, let's see here. Says that it's emerged. I'm not sure that it means that there's going to be an actual one, but it states that Netanyahu has convened a security cabinet on Tuesday and will hold a vote on the ceasefire that could end more than a year of fighting across the Israeli-Lebanese border. And an Israeli official, um, the cabinet is expected to approve the U.S. brokered deal. Israeli airstrikes and Hezbollah's launch continued regardless. So they're still shooting at each other. Um, Airstrikes again rocked the southern Beirut suburb of Dahia on Tuesday, and the Israeli defense has reported large-scale attacks on the area shortly after issuing multiple evacuation orders. And what it is they're trying to clear out the one side of the border so that Israeli people can come back to their side of the border. So that it's fair on both sides, that both sides can live in peace. But as you guys know, even in the Bible, there's no peace. Not until the big man comes back and puts an end to all of it. Sorry, you guys, I'm drinking my coffee. Um, so the Lebanese armed forces, with assistance from the United States interim force in Lebanon, will deploy to the south of the country to ensure that Hezbollah does not re-enter the area between the Israeli border and the Litani. This so let me see, United Nations interim force in Lebanon. So be United Nations and I guess Lebanese forces are going to be in that area. And then the U.S. will provide oversight on Hezbollah's withdrawal and will also head a committee joined by French and Arab partners to monitor and verify the implementation of the ceasefire. So that should be interesting. So, hello to everybody who is watching right now. Feel free to chat in the chat room. Um, Everybody is welcome here. Um, Regardless, just keep it clean in chat. That's all I ask. Let's see what's going on around the world right now. There's been lots and lots of aftershocks with Japan. Let's see what our earthquakes look like. Since we've had that 6 in Japan, had a 2.6 in France. Finland is still having earthquakes. There was a 1.4 in northwestern Russia. I wonder if that was a weapons test. Let's see where that was located. Oh, that's near Poland border. Wait a minute. That's Finland. So it's a river. So it's in the river. I always joke sometimes when I see them over here in the Russia area. I ask, was it a weapon of some sort that they were testing? Because you never know these days. Let me see here. So today it is rainy outside. It's one of those days. I wish it would either snow or be sunny, but this rain is yuck because it's not even cold. It's just yuck. I mean, it's 62 degrees, but I mean, my AC is about that cold. Okay, so what else we got? We have a 2.4 in Italy. We have a whole bunch of aftershocks for Japan. Today I said this was a whatever stream, so I'm just a whatever. So we're going to go over whatever. Um, let's see what we got as far as stuff that's happening around the world. So Bulgaria Food and Safety Agency has confirmed a goat plague in the Vilengrad facility. A goat plague? Okay, Bulgarian Food Safety Agency has told a Tuesday briefing in Sofia that pestis ruminants, or so-called goat plague, was undoubtedly present among herds of 1,760 animals that are kept together in the Vilengrad facility. BFSA Animal Health Department head Daniel Denev presented the chronology of the case. The outbreak was announced on Monday. Following suspicions of disease at respective establishments, 40 samples were taken on November 20th and sent to Sofia. The following day, the establishment was visited again, and another 50 samples were taken and sent to the National Reference Laboratory in Sofia. So let's see where this is located. So this is Vilengrad. So let's go latitude, longitude, and we'll see the area that is being discussed. No, that's not it. I'm sorry. Let me see here. Don't ever put them together. Okay, so this is supposedly the area here in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so let me see here. We'll put in the name of the place. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way. So this is Vilengrad here. All right. On Friday, November 22nd, 20, serological samples were taken for the presence of antibodies. All samples tested positive on Monday. The positive serological samples mean that the infection has been presented for 14 to 20 days. In a position posted on Facebook on Tuesday, the Movement of Rights and Freedoms The New Beginning parliamentary group expressed doubt in the credibility of the test results and appealed for new samplings and testing. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so in the United States, avian influenza has been confirmed in wild duck on the North Shore. So let's see where this is at. So this is in Oahu, Hawaii. So, whoops. The National Veterinary Services laboratories today confirmed highly pathogenic avian influenza in wild shore. USDA Animal and Plant Health Inspection Services, Wildlife Services reported that the bird, a hybrid duck, was among 10 wild bird samples collected from North Shore. Wild bird surveillance continues with multiple agencies, including USDA, APHIS, APHIS-WS, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and Department of Land and Natural Resources. This is the second confirmed incidence of avian influenza in the Hawaii after the virus was confirmed at a bird sanctuary in Wahiawa, Wahiawa on November 15th. A total of 70 birds were depopulated and properly disposed of, and the property was sanitized. Hawaii was the last of 50 states to detect HPAI. The most plausible route of introduction of the virus is through the Pacific Flyway, which is a migratory path that includes Hawaii. The two detections have been identified as the Eurasian strain of HPAI, which is associated with migratory birds. This detection of HPAI is the indication that the virus has spread to Oahu via the wild bird population, said state veterinarian Isaac Mita. Poultry, backyard, and pet bird owners are once again urged to keep their birds from contact with wild birds. Feeding wild birds is also discouraged to keep birds from gathering and possibly increasing transmission of the disease. Some of the symptoms of avian influenza in poultry and birds include sudden death, lack of energy and appetite, a drop in egg population, swelling eyelids, combs, wattles, and shanks, purple discoloration of wattles, comb, and legs, gasping for air, nasal discharge, coughing and sneezing, twisting of the head and neck, stumbling and falling down, and diarrhea. Do not touch dead birds without appropriate personal protective gear such as disposable gloves. Wash hands thoroughly afterwards. Residents may report sick and dead birds, especially when multiple birds of different species are found. Poultry and bird owners in Hawaii who notice high mortality in their poultry or birds should contact veterinarians and HDOA Division of Animal Industry at 808-483-7102 or after business hours, call 808-837-8092. So this is Oahu. And in California, bird flu samples have been found in raw milk. So you need to be careful there. In Geneva, police are investigating a suspected parcel bomb. And that's Switzerland. Geneva police carried out a major operation in the Grange Canal district in the east of the city on Monday afternoon following reports of a parcel bomb had exploded in an apartment building and injured a child. The Geneva police have not given any further details, and an investigation is underway. An announcement will be made on Tuesday. If explosives are involved, the case will probably be forwarded to the Office of the Attorney General of Switzerland, the police said. A similar incident occurred in Geneva in August when a man was injured when he picked up a garbage bag that exploded. It had been left outside his apartment door in the St. St. Jean and District, the Office of Attorney General in Switzerland took up the case and the investigation is still ongoing. Wow. Okay, so I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to leave my Earthquake 3D up and I'm going to take a break for a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. I had to run visit the ladies' room and powder puff myself. Um, so you guys, I'm live because like I said, my car is back in the shop for a bit. Um, I had to take it back because it overheated, and thank goodness it's under warranty. Hopefully, it's not something else, but yeah, I'm just really frustrated at the minute. So I got a ride home from the shop and thought, gee, I'll just sit online and talk for a little while. At least I got everything I needed done this morning. I got my ultrasound done, and um, so far all I know is that I have some swelling, but I won't know anything for a few more days. So thought I would just go live and hang out with you guys and check stuff out and look at things online and just give you guys some attention. And if y'all have any questions, ask and we can look stuff up. And I have nothing to do this afternoon, so just thought I would go live. So I'm actually looking at an event list of stuff that's gone on around the world. And I did an update for the 6.1 earthquake that hit overseas in Japan. And if you would like to check that out, just scroll back in the video and you will see that towards the beginning of the video, we looked at the 6.1 in Honshu, Japan. Um, I would say about a good 20 minutes ago. So, um, here's what we've got right now. On the 25th, Charlotte airport workers have gone on strike over low wages as busy Thanksgiving travel week begins. So, we're going to look at this little article real quick. We're going to Charlotte Airport, North Carolina. Charlotte Airport, North North Carolina. So here's our international airport here. Workers who clean airplanes, remove trash, and help with wheelchairs at Charlotte Airport, one of the nation's busiest, went on strike Monday during a busy week of Thanksgiving travel to demand higher wages. The Service Employees International Union announced the strike in a statement early Monday, saying the workers would demand an end to poverty, wages, and respect on the job during the holiday travel season. The strike was expected to last 24 hours, said union spokesperson Sean Keaty. Employees of ABM and Prospect Airport Services cast ballots Friday to authorize the work stoppage at Charlotte Douglas International Airport, a hub for American Airlines. The two companies contract with American, one of the world's biggest carriers, to provide services such as cleaning airplane interiors, moving trash, and escorting passengers in wheelchairs. Workers say they previously complained that they can't afford basic necessities, including food, housing, and car repairs. They describe living paycheck to paycheck while performing jobs that keep planes running on schedule. Most of them earn between $12.50 and $19 an hour. Union officials said. Several hundred workers were participating in the work stoppage. About 800 workers were affected by the union's push for higher wages, but an exact number who walked off work was unclear. Charlotte airport officials have said this holiday travel season is expected to be the busiest on record, with an estimated 1.2 million people departing the airport between last Thursday and Monday after Thanksgiving. Airport officials said in a statement Monday morning that they were monitoring and actively engaged with all partners to ensure terminal operations are not impacted, noting that the striking workers aren't employed by the city's aviation department. In addition to walking off the job, striking workers plan to hold a late morning rally and a strikes-giving lunch in place of Thanksgiving meal that many of the workers won't be able to afford later this week. Union officials said airport service workers make holiday travel possible by keeping airports safe, clean, and running. ABM said it would take steps to minimize disruptions from any demonstrations. At ABM, we appreciate the hard work our team members put into every day to support our clients and help keep spaces clean and people healthy, the company said in a statement last week. Prospect Airport Services said last week that the company recognizes the seriousness of the potential for a strike during busy holiday travel season. So, they have gone on strike. Whoa. In the United States, a tank containing oil drilling byproducts exploded and caught on fire near a GM facility in Michigan. This is in Brighton, Michigan. So this was a tank containing byproducts from oil drilling operations exploded and caught fire Tuesday near the General Motors proving ground in southeastern Michigan, damaging two nearby homes but causing no injuries, a fire chief said. Fire crews were dispatched to the site around 6:40 a.m. after the tank exploded, rocking the area and damaging two homes about 500 to 600 feet away, leaving them with shattered windows, said Brighton Area Fire Authority Chief Michael O'Brien. He said no injuries were reported following the explosion at the site adjacent to the GM Proving Ground, about 45 miles northwest of Detroit. No one was working at the site at the time of the explosion, O'Brien said. Video footage shows flames soaring above the site where oil drilling equipment was in operation. Local television stations reported that residents felt the explosion miles away. GM said in a statement that thankfully no one was injured and no facilities were damaged. O'Brien said the site where the explosion and fire occurred is leased by a third party and that the cause of the explosion remains under investigation. Bryan said that he understands the tanks contain natural gas products, byproducts of oil drilling, and hold a mixture of water, combustible liquid, and brine. He said fire crews extinguished the burning tank using flame-suppressing foam, then sprayed nearby tanks with water to keep them cool. Wild. Hey, Heather, how are you doing? Did I see the quake in Japan? Yes. I don't know what's wrong with my thing. So let me see if I can fix this. Is that better? Is that better? Um, I'm trying to fix the sound. Heather, let me know if the sound is better. Um, I'm trying to fix the sound. Heather, let me know if the sound is better. Maybe you heard double because I was listening to it with my headset. Um, I am not sure what's going on with this thing, so give me a second and I am going to play around with my sounds here. Okay, so this thing's all goofy. Watch this. I'm gonna let y'all see the back end of my computer. That's better? Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all see something fun. Hey George! Okay, so sounds. Da-da-da-da. I'm showing y'all something. I'm at 100%. And I'm using headset, microphone, system sounds 100%, OBS 100%, internet 100%. I don't want to do a reset, so I can't go any higher than I already am. So it's 5 by 5 now? Okay, good. All I did was unplug everything and then replug it back in. I am so sorry if it's not been high enough. I don't know what's been going on. We had several electrical outages here in the last week, so maybe that caused an issue. That could have been the problem. So now that y'all are all here, since I've probably said it twice, but nobody was listening anyway, I went and had my ultrasound this morning. They ultrasound my liver. They ultrasound my pancreas. They ultrasound my stomach. They ultrasound my kidneys. And my pancreas is a bit swollen, but made me think back to when I was younger and I had pancreatitis when I was younger. I don't know what caused it. So it won't surprise me if it ends up being that I have pancreatitis. But what happened before I got there and I got home? Okay, so you guys, y'all know that I had somebody really, really nice help me out and I had just finished paying off my car, right? Okay, so guess where my car is right now? It's in the shop. Okay, so on the way there, I'm at the light. My car overheated. So once I got there, I called Black's Tire and I told him, listen, because that's why I went to the shop to begin with. The fans were bad, the radiator was bad, the car was overheating. So I called up Black's Tire and I told him, listen, my car is overheating. And I managed to get the car to them. Every single light, I had to stop at every single light and turn the car off to manage to get it back over to Black's Tire. And they ended up giving me a ride home. So my car is at the shop right now. So I am frustrated. And then hopefully it is something that has to do with the one of the parts that they've replaced because other than that, I want to take this car and throw it out the window right now. I have just had it. I don't want to fix another thing on it. I don't have the money to fix anything on it now. And I don't want to be stuck paying on it again. I still owe $475 to my son for the rotors on it. So right now, I don't want to be stuck in anything. Oh yeah, it is frustrating, Heather. I'm just like, I was so happy. I was like, everything's good, right? Isn't it like when things are going good, something bad's just got to happen? It's got to hide around the corner and go boo, you know? So yeah, I am, I called Ron up while I was at Black's Tire and just told him I was just so upset when I called him. I was just like, I told him, I said, you're not going to believe this. I told him, guess where I'm at right now? And I told him, I said, yeah, I'm sitting at Black's Tire. My car overheated on me, and I had just gotten it fixed. I had just finished paying it off. I'm, I'll tell you what, I'm just so upset. But such is life, right? I can't seem to catch a break no matter what. Here I am, at least I got 3 days. And you know what? The doctor even told me he thinks that part of the problem is I've been so stressed out that my body is taking a lick from being stressed. Because your body, like he was telling me, your body is takes stress and you can get sick from stress. So yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm just gonna cross both my fingers, both my toes. They brought me home, told me it would be a few hours before they could look at the car. Um, it's just so weird. And he says that it could be that the computer is not communicating with the fans because I'm like the I did check because I told him I called up Black Star and I told him I said, okay, so what do I need to check? Because I told him, I'm thinking, well, if the car's overheating, maybe it doesn't have any radiator fluid, right? So of course I let the car cool down and then I checked the radiator fluid. There's plenty of fluid. There was plenty of fluid in the overflow too, so that's not a problem. So then I'm thinking, okay, now what is it, right? Um, there's only two things it could be if it's none of those. It's not a Ford though. It's a Chevy. I mean, if that was a Ford, I could understand. It's not a Ford, it's a Chevy. So, what do y'all think? Should I sell it after it's repaired? Should I put it on the chopping block? Yeah, no sensors. You have one? I don't know what to think. I don't know how to feel right now. So I told Ron, I said, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get online and I'm just going to do a live stream. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home and I'm just going to do a live stream. I'm going to hang out with people and I'm just going to chat. You know what I'd like to find? I'd like to find uh another car like I had, a 95, a 94 Crown Victoria. I loved my Crown Victoria and it saved my life. So yeah, I think I'd like to find another Crown Victoria. It might have been an ugly car, but I'll tell you what, I would have trusted that car before I trust this one. This one has too many sensors, and the guy's like, "Well, it might be that the computer isn't talking to the fans." And I'm like, "For the last month and a half, it wasn't talking to the fans." And he was like, "Well, it could have stopped talk communicating." And I was like, "So they stopped communicating?" How does that happen? When did that happen? I mean, isn't it my luck? Oh my goodness. It's not a Ford though. It is a Chevy Equinox. You have an old cop car? That's what a 94 Crown Victoria. Well, Crown Victorias were old cop cars. They were good cars too. So let's see what else is going on in the world. Um, in Turkey, there's been an explosion that rocked an oil refinery. In India, two are dead as three houses collapsed due to an explosion. There's been a lot of explosions. Today, there was another two-alarm fire in upper Manhattan. What is up with all these upper Manhattans? In Japan, a rocket engine caught fire to Japan Space Agency Test Center. In Serbia, yesterday, a brawl erupted at a Serbian parliament. In Costa Rica, plane crashed. In Costa Rica, left five dead, one survivor in critical condition. In Lithuania, one dead and three injured in a Lithuanian cargo jet crash. That was, I believe, that one was the what do you call it? Let's see here. That was the DHL plane crash. That was in Vilnius. That was the one that was caught on flight radar. In Egypt, dozens of tourists are missing after a boat sunk off the Egyptian coast. That was yesterday. That is what has been going on around the world. Interesting stuff. I did the earthquake in Japan. There was no tsunami, no damage, and that earthquake did not cause any problems at all. And where did everybody go? Did YouTube just kick everybody out of chat? Poof! Everybody went poof. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up Earthquake 3D and I'm going to let it be up for a little while. George, you're still here, but the thing's saying there's only one person. That is so weird. There'll be one person, and it's just weird. It's like YouTube's playing with my analytics again. There's been 20 views, 20 people, one live viewer, 6 likes. Weird. Okay, I'm refreshing. Give me a minute. Hey, YouTube, please stop messing with my live streams. Please allow me to have people watch my live streams. Please. Now there's 3. Hey, Sage Pop, how are you doing? I just finished going over all the crazy stuff in the world. If you missed anything, scroll back. I talked about all the good, bad, and the uglies. Talked about the 6.1 earthquake, which happened in Japan. Talked about my car is back in the shop because, it decided to overheat on me. And yeah, talked about my ultrasound. Oh, I'm waiting for a call from Black's Tire to tell me what the heck's going on. Can y'all hear me good or is my sound messed up again? By the way, I will be live on Thanksgiving Day. There is an article that says Russia's giant submarines to invade North America. Well, I hope not. You had another ultrasound this week? I had one this morning. No, you can't hear me? I can't hear me now. Can you hear me now? I can hear you plain as day. What about night? Biden has proposed Medicare and Medicaid cover Ozempic. You want to hear something funny? So I did find out something. If you do not have, diabetes, Medicare and Medicaid will not cover Ozempic or Wegovy. So don't even try it unless you've got diabetes. And for you guys that are watching for the Super Bowl, there is Broncos Super Bowl champion is planning to unretire and return to the NFL. Shaq Barrett plans to return to the league. Barrett, 32, has applied to be reinstated, according to multiple reports sourced to the player's agents, Drew Rosenhaus and Robert Bailey. Assuming the NFL grants Barrett's reinstatement, he could be back on the field soon. The Miami Dolphins signed Barrett to a 1 year contract in March, so they still hold his rights. If he returns this season, Barrett will be a Dolphin. The veteran pass rusher entered the league as an undrafted free agent out of Colorado State with the Denver Broncos in 2014. Now, the only reason I follow that is because I was raised in Florida and I like football. You had your surgery on January 28th and then 14 months of radiation pills. Oh, I will keep you in my thoughts and in my prayer, Sage. I'm just hoping that I don't get bad news this next week. Yeah, she was doing that ultrasound and she was doing a lot of pushing on my stomach and a lot of measuring, a lot of stuff this morning. And the only thing she could tell me was that I had some areas that looked swollen, and she couldn't tell me what that meant or anything else other than that the doctor was going to let me know more. Oh, Richard, I'm sorry. I know I told you I was off to the doctor's. I even thought, I was thinking, well, I could put up the live stream and let you have Earthquake 3D up, but then I thought, well, he might be the only person in the chat room. So I was like, okay, well, I didn't know whether to do that or not. Let me make sure I have my cell phone and I didn't leave it somewhere because I don't want them to call me and then my sound doesn't work. So let me make sure my sound is on my cell phone. I could see them having called me like 20 times in a row and I don't answer. I'm good at that. Turning my sound off on my phone. Okay, got my phone. Got my phone so ET can phone home. 14 months of radiation? That's a lot of months. Yeah, I hate that stuff. That stuff's so gross. And then yuck. Oh God. And then they use the cloth to wipe it off. Like that's a good way to wipe it off, right? Whoever told you that was a way to wipe it off of you? At least today was fast because yesterday I was there being seen from 11:15 in the morning. I didn't get home until 6:30 last night. My poor car. I'm just sitting here thinking about it. Oh my God. So let me show you guys. This way, this way you guys know I had just gotten done paying off this stupid car. If I can find it, because I took a picture of it. If I can find it now. If I can find it now. So y'all can see it. It shows right here. I paid it off Saturday, November 23rd. It says right here, it's been paid in full. Paid in full. Look. Huh. Now what? I'm just hoping it's this is something that's covered by the, it's never that simple though, right? I mean, okay, so I got guys in the chat room right now. Y'all tell me, the car only overheated every single time I got to a stoplight. When I was driving, it wasn't overheating, but it only overheated every time I got to the stoplight. Yeah, I saw that. Let's show you Japan. We'll show you near west coast of Japan. So, Japan. That's if I can pull it up because everybody and their mother. Okay, here you go. These are all the aftershocks from the 6.1 today. These are all of them. There's all threes. We have a four here, and a four here, and four there, four there. You know what? Actually, it's pretty easy to go live on your cell phone. I've done it one time. Georgia is good for me, but right now I am trying to figure out if I'm going to end up having to pay for something else because the it's got a warranty, but the warranty only covers the work that they did on it. And if it ends up being something else that's not covered by the warranty, let's say the computer is the issue, and that's what he was talking about, that won't be covered by the warranty. So then that means I wouldn't be able to get my car back until tomorrow, and I'd have to go back through that same freaking company to get it fixed, which means I'd have a debt all over again. Oh, that's cute. You gonna hang it back on the tree? Yeah, hang it on the tree. That's where it belongs. Doesn't belong on your hand. My granddaughter's bringing me stuff off the tree. So, you guys, any questions that y'all have? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They should have been able to detect if it was a computer, if there was an issue when when they did it to begin with, unless it went out. But what if it went out? Well, like they were saying, it could have gone out in the last month and a half. But see, the thing is I told him I heard the fan come on, but it was only when the car was overheated. That's when I heard it come on. It didn't come on before the car was overheated. It came on when the car was overheated. So shouldn't it have come on before then? Yeah, Japan's going to keep rocking. They I'll show you all again where that earthquake hit. Okay, so I still have Google up. So you must see. All right, so it was on the inside. This is where the 6.1 hit back here. This is Fukushima over here. So this is the area where the earthquake hit, and it was 42 kilometers west of Hokkaido, Japan. That area has a population of 24,500 people. So it was over here in this area. There was no tsunami. What is that? Guess there was a cargo ship over here, 33,142 tons. Submarine. There was a submarine there. That was a shipping loss. Interesting. Okay, so that's where the earthquake hit. That there is the Eurasian North American plate boundary right here, which runs through this way. Interesting. Yes, that was the 6.1 that hit. So that was the 6.1. So let me see. I will show you all the aftershock areas where the aftershocks hit. So I can do that. Okay, so going to export that to KML. So this is where all the aftershocks were. You can see all of them here, these little red circles here. Let me make them all yellow so you can see them better. So this is where all the aftershocks are located here. So they're all with around the area. Some of them are closer to 3.6. It's closer to land. So you can see the double up here. So this is where they're all located. So you have swarms of located areas here. Yeah, there was a 4.9 just about 11 minutes ago. And then that was followed by a 4.0. Now, my Earthquake 3D is going to pick up several different agencies. So the latest agency to list is going to be one up here in Alaska right now. I mean, in Canada, which is showing that a 3.5 is hit up in Canada. So let me see what Canada is saying right now. I believe that's Canada. No, that's Alaska. I'm sorry. Alaska is showing that it has had a 3.5. That is Alaska, right? Right. Yeah, they've had a 3.5 earthquake, 142 miles from Kodiak, Alaska. There's been a 1.3 over here. And let me connect my feeds again. Okay, so I've just reset my feeds again. Sage Pup says if you zoom into Central Coast, California, Lompoc area, that is where Vandenberg is. Rocket launches every week is causing earthquakes in this area now. That's interesting. Japan is in the ring of fire. Yes, Japan is in the ring of fire on the west coast. You're right. Richard says just had a volcano lung for arthritis and world peace. Okay, guys, I will be right back. That's rotten. I have to figure out why this hasn't moved off of 3.5. Okay, so let me see here. Let's do it 1 hour. I want it on one day. Trying something different. Is it gonna give me a size? Okay, watch this. I'm going to shut this for a minute. Well, that's weird. Now it's not giving me a flag. Okay, so anyway, there's a 4.1 off the coast over here. Interesting. There we go. Back to the 6.5. I knew something was missing. We were missing Mexico. Oh, sorry if y'all hear me. I'm eating. Oops. I'm having some mashed potatoes. And I turned on Turkey and Greece. I don't see UK's earthquakes. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay. So I have UK's earthquakes on. Canada is on. So that's Canada across here. South America is on. Mexico is on. United States. When I went down to Mexico, we went down to go visit down there for a trip. Long time ago. And I made the mistake of waking up in the morning and drinking the water and got pretty sick. So I learned my lesson never to drink the water in Mexico. Beautiful place to go on vacation. But yep, don't drink the water. Even Sage Pup says, I don't miss Mexico. The water is horrible. So what are y'all planning on doing for Thanksgiving? Any plans? Any big plans? Family coming to visit? Are y'all gonna make turkey? Me? No big plans here. Especially now with my car. Jeez. In fact, let me make a phone call real quick. Hey, Crystal, this is Rebecca. You got any news for me yet? No. Have they taken the car back yet? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye. Oh. So they said they won't get to my car for another hour and a half. I hate hurry up and wait. Sage Pup says every year I make a honey glazed bacon wrapped turkey with black walnut and apricot gem bean stuffing. So here's the thing, even if they work on my car, I have to come up with $50 to pay them up front, which I don't have. So I can't get my car back unless I pay them up front, which won't be until, oh my God, Friday? So yeah. Uh, that sucks. I get paid on the 3rd. So means I'll get paid on Tuesday. I wish I could tell them I charged them for waiting. That'd be funny. Yeah, there are people that get paid on the 1st, and that's on Saturday, so they'll get paid on Friday. And then there's people like me that get paid on the 3rd. Because there's a difference if you're on SSI or SSDI. Like my kid, he'll get his Friday. I'm just hoping it's covered under my warranty. But I'm worrying because he mentioned computer. I'm gonna do some research while I'm sitting here with you guys. Does computer talk to radiator fans? Oh, yeah. So it's a PCM? What's a PCM? So ECU communication. Huh. So. You're a straight white guy? Oh boy. Maybe it's because yeah. You don't get any money from the government because you're a straight white guy. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's because we work our butts off and they want to keep it. I mean, I'll tell you what. I've worked since I was 14 years old. And I think that the government, I'll tell you what, they took so much money. They should be millionaires. I was making close to $5,000 a month or more, and they were taking about $2,000 a month or more. So when you're paying in that much per month, what I'm living on now ain't even what they've taken from me. And no, crazy is not boring. I would rather be Abby normal than a normal person because Abby normal is fun and normal is straight up boring. So, Heather, we love you. Oh, I want the recipe. Oh, whose brain is this? Abby Sunday, Abby Normal, I think. Hey, that's my favorite word, Abby Normal. I am Abby Normal. Abby Quick too. All your personalities like you? Well, that's good. I don't know if all mine like me. Hey, I think I got all of the earthquakes on here. Here's the problem, though. It's still stuck on 3.6 at 10 kilometers deep, but it keeps upgrading it, so it's upgrading an earthquake because it says 12 p.m., but it's 1 o'clock. So why isn't it upgraded that earthquake? Me not know. And that one's from 1123. So what is going on with this thing? There we go. All the way to the bottom. 1125. There we go. That's 12 a.m. I broke it. I broke it, you guys. I broke it. What's this view? How about this view? Maybe do this view. Whoa, where'd it go? Whoops. But do this view. This view? That view. That view? That view. That view. That view. That view. That view. Well, that looks cool. How you like that one? I think that one was pretty cool looking. Something new. Whoa! That's just like spinning through the earth there. Dang. And they all connect to the middle of the planet. North Carolina. Carolina's okay. I've been here. I've been here 11 years. Um, Let me see. No, I've been here longer than 11 years. I've been here since 1999. So this is the longest state I've lived in. So let me see. How many years have I lived here? If I've lived here since 1999, hang on. I've lived here 25 years. So this is the longest state I've lived in. So yeah, it's the longest state I've lived in my life. Um, Before that, it was Florida. And then I've lived in Washington State. I've lived in Washington State, California, Louisiana. Um, I've been to the Bahamas, the Virgin Islands. I've been all over the United States. I hear you. Yeah, I can't. I've been in California, lived there for close to a year. I didn't like it too much and ended up leaving and going back to Washington State and stayed in Washington State and then moved here with the military. But I will say one thing, and I noticed one thing. When I moved here, North Carolina was behind technology wise. It was behind coffee wise. Like when I moved from Washington State to here on the East Coast, the things that they had on the West Coast hadn't even been caught up with here on the East Coast. So here in North Carolina, they were behind in all of those things, and I missed those things when I moved here to North Carolina. Like I remember wanting to find a Starbucks, and there was no coffee shops. And as far as computers, if you ask somebody where a computer shop was, since I had a computer, they'd look at you funny, like, "What's a computer?" You know, those were weird things. So now I've been doing computer stuff, doing YouTube videos since 2011. Oh, give me a minute. I am catching somebody up on something. Okay, telling somebody what's going on. Really? I don't know about that. The very first rave party was in North Carolina in 91, long before California. You were there? That's cool. I don't know anything about rave parties. You moved, let me see. You're in Oregon, right, Heather? Oregon or California? Reading is in that Oregon, isn't Reading is in California, right? I remember it's at the tip of California right before you go into Oregon, right? I've driven through there. Yeah, Northern California. I've driven through there. Give me a minute. I'm going to fix this thing. Hopefully that fixes it. Is one of these not updating? Okay, I'm resetting this. Okay, you're going to tell me to try the firewall again. All right, so let's do this. Check firewall. Hmm. One of these is not working right. Which one's not working? Okay, it's not that one. Canada's coming on. Italy's not coming on. Okay, so Italy's not working. There you go. Well, that's what happened. Cha-ching. Much love, Heather. Ooh, what happened there? Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's a little too much. Did I get too many earthquakes? Okay, so I hit something too many times. Okay, hang on. No, I have that correct. But what are all those? It's Geonet, Canada, Turkey. Oh, I see what I did. I don't want I don't want both of those. Okay. Oops. I'm like, wait a minute. That was too many. Okay, did I fix that? No, I still didn't fix that. Now I got way too many. How to fix that? Maybe that is how many. Oh, well, probably is because Japan just been going off. Okay, so MSC. This is just the last 50 and the last 150. I'm not even showing all of them. I showed Russia this time. So I put Russia's last 150 on there. Let me take Russia off of there. Russia's showing a lot of them. Okay, so we don't fix that. Whew. That was Russia, you guys. If you show Russia, Russia shows a lot of earthquakes that aren't being shown. Russia by itself was showing earthquakes that all around through here. Bring it back just a bit. Russia was showing everything. That was Russia last 150. That was just 3.3 earthquakes. How come EMSC doesn't have? Hmm. Okay. Well, it's updating. What button? Okay, give me 1 minute. Sage Pup says he likes pushing buttons. That's what his mom says. That 3.6 is gonna drive me nuts. There is no 3.6. That's chilly. Let me see here. Options. Okay, Hagon. Hmm. Well, hmm. It's still yucky looking outside here. So y'all guys know the last earthquake that occurred was a 3.9 near the west coast of Honshu, Japan, and before that was a 2.5 in Greece. Let's see what happens if I turn off everything. So I'm going to do this. So I'm turning off everything except for EMSC. Whoa, a 9.6. Okay. Where? That has to be a volcano. So I turned off that, and I only have EMSC earthquakes that are supposed to be showing, and apparently those earthquakes are not showing. See, look, EMSC, world last 50. So let's do this. Let's see what happens here. That's Russia. Those are all Russia's earthquakes. So that's Russia. Russia's reporting all these earthquakes. And Russia is reporting all those earthquakes for the last 150 earthquakes, all 3.3 and above. Alrighty then. Might as well just have Russia up because Russia seems to be the most adequate. They're actually showing the last earthquake to hit was a 5.1. The only thing they're not showing is USGS, so let's get USGS. And we'll go down here and get unit. That and apply. There. Now we have Russia, Geonet. Alrighty then. Two of the world's, and we have Canada. So we have USGS, Russia, and Canada. Hey, it's working. Because apparently EMSC is not working right now. So how's that work? All those light color ones, those are Russia. But Russia is showing the latest ones that have occurred. Let's see what happens if I take the rings off. There you go. That'll work better. That better? I think that's better. Yeah, EMSC wasn't even showing any. Boy, it kind of reminds me of a porcupine. Anybody playing darts? Fill in the blanks? You know what? I would like to get a hold of the Russian agency. What about, Becca, what about Uglyville? Is that working? LOL. I hate Uglyville. Sorry. I'd like to know what this is, though. Maybe that's water. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm hurting for a minute. Give me a break for a second. Okay, there's been a 3.9 near the west coast of Honshu, Japan. This is not showing anything still. That's the 9.6. Interesting. USBS throwing darts at maps again and rolling dice for magnitudes. Oh, that's nothing new. Okay, you guys, so it's been 2 hours. I just wanted to do a live stream, hang out with you guys, and chat for a little bit. Thursday for Thanksgiving, I will be live. We'll just hang out. Maybe I'll do some music, but I will delete the stream afterwards. Don't want to get a copyright strike, but I want to do something fun for Thanksgiving. Just wanted to be live for a little bit, hang out with you guys. Then be frustrated because that car is in the shop, so I am stranded. Don't know what's going to happen with that. Isn't that fun, right? Lord have mercy. To get things that go wrong, they all go wrong at the same time, right? So, yeah. Anywho, guys, George, Richard, Heather, Sage Pup, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out in chat. For everybody who um, checked in on the live stream, you might have to scroll back to the beginning and go through it for updates and news pieces and articles and stuff that I read. Um, Again, to let you guys know, real quick recap, 6.1 in Japan. Uh, no damage so far, no tsunami. Um, as far as me, had my ultrasound done this morning, do have some swelling going on, won't know anything for a few days. Car overheated on the way there. Um, Made it back, had to go to the shop, drop the car off. Don't know what's going on with it. So yeah, it's back in the shop. And I had just finished paying it off. So yep, back in the shop. Hopefully it'll be an issue that will be able to be repaired and will be on warranty. But the guy did say that it might be the computer's what do you call it? The computer. I'm saying the word right away. The computer. So if it's the computer, it's something I'm going to have to pay for, and that's not going to be something I want to do since I just got out of debt with it. So there's my update. Anyways, you guys, I hope y'all are doing well, and if I do any updates, I will do video, and for Thanksgiving, I will have a live stream. Anyways, you guys, I love you. Please remember to take good care of yourselves and each other. Remember, there's good and bad in the world. Just try to find the good in everything. Anyways, you guys, take good care of yourselves and each other. Remember to tell someone you love them. Tomorrow is never promised. And all we have is each other in this world. Anyways, you guys, much love and God bless. And thank you for being here today.